in general. These are really important whenever you are interested to solve any mathematical problem in general domain. Because you know that these order of operations are very or highly relevant wherever you are studying or wherever your grade level in general is may be. That means if you know the main concept, if you understand the order of operations, you'll never have any problem or you'll never be challenged how to solve, how to simplify any mathematical expressions in general domain. Is that? So today, particularly, I'm going to show you a simple way, a simple technique how to solve this problem. Generally, wherever your grade levels may be, this is really important for Cambridge student and for national student. Means that for both national or international students, if you know these principles or the order of operations, you can solve any mathematical problems related to this one. And I'm gonna to show you where our common mistakes are always obtained. You know that some of the students miss mistakes. I'm going to show you how they will going to be cheated or how the students are generally will show where they are going when they are going to solve this problem in general mean. So now let's see the order of operations. You know that we have mathematically we have four basic operations. Is that mathematically we have four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions. These are very crucial operations to solve any mathematical problem. So, in order to solve or in order to simplify any problem, we have to use this technique. That today we're going to explain the relation between these formulas. That is PMDAS. What this in general mean? Let me write in capital letters. That is gonna be PEMDAS. What is PEMDAS? Comparing to body mass. Body mass. How we are going to realize this important relations in general mean. Before I try to explain the main concept about this one, better to say something about this important principles or rules that is highly important when we are solving such a problem in general mean. So you know that the first this P mean, as you know, this P is, you know that this is parenthesis. Is that? Parenthesis. This is parenthesis. And this E mean exponent. Is that? Now this means that it is an exponent. M mean this is multiplication. You know this is multiplication. This is the symbol for notation of multiplication. And D mean that's division. This is gonna be division. And this A is addition. Additions. And S means subtractions. We're going to compare especially how these order of operations will be related, and this is generally practically important to solve this problem generally. So when it comes to the case of this body mass, what is B mean? First of all, you have to do brackets. Is that? Brackets. And what is O mean? Order. Order or of. Is that? Now this mean order or of. And this D mean division. Is that? S division. And M mean multiplication. A is addition. And S is subtraction. Is that? So how these important principles or rules are crucial in order to solve this problem. Let's come to this one. So how are we going to solve this problem in general? That's the main concept. So whenever you are asked this problem, now here there is division, multiplication, and division. What kind of order or principle have been used in order to simplify this? This is a constant. Is that? So whenever, if there is no parenthesis or brackets, if there is no parenthesis or brackets in any mathematical expressions, now the first thing that we're going to do, is you have to go from left to right immediately. That you have to go from left to right. This is the correct way to solve this problem. So when you are solving this problem, you have to use the principle of going from left to right. Then first you have to divide 27 for 9. So answer for this problem is going to be, now you have to use 27 divided by 9 times 2 divided by 3. So you have to go this way. Then 27 divided by 9 is going to be 3 times 2 divided by 3. So here, now look, there is a case when the problem is given this way, there is a case multiplication is going to be first and division is followed. So if the problem is given without any parentheses, you have to do first of all multiplication. This times this will be what? Then this is 6 divided by 3 is going to be what? Which is exactly 2. This is the way how to solve this problem. You see? In the case of body mass, as you know, in the case of body mass, you can look the principle of body mass. That is bracket or parenthesis of mean order or exponent or index has to be solved then, and d mean that is division, and m is multiplication. In the case of body mass, you're going to follow this way. But for this case, now I have used simply left to right order. The left to right order. That means PEMDAS. Is that PEMDAS? Mean parenthesis, exponent if there is. If no, I have already applied division. Division because it's already come in the first. Then multiplication is also done in the first if it is come and no parenthesis or bracket in general mean. So this is the order. So you can do this way. How we are going to do the second problem, that is B. Now when we are solving this problem, now the way to solve this problem is going to be 10 minus 6 plus 5 minus 3 is going to be what? You have to search this way. That this is the correct way. That now this is the correct way. This is correct way. The correct way or the correct method is this way. That is correct method or correct way is this way. So 10 minus 6 will be what? You see, with the help of PEMDAS and body mass principle, addition is always come first, then subtraction will follow. But if the problem is given this way, if no parenthesis or bracket, you have to do or you have to operate this simplification case from left to right. Then 10 minus 6 will be what? 4 plus 5 minus 3. 4 plus 5 is going to be, again you have to do this way, and this is 9 minus 3. Then finally you can operate. The result is going to be like this one. And let's see the other way to solve this problem. Let's see the other way to solve this problem. Means that when you are solving C, let's try C. What C mean? That is 9 minus 3 divided by 1 over 3 plus 1. I think in order to solve this problem, there are some cases that will confuse you. So, look, to solve these cases, there is three different operations, which mean subtraction, division, and addition. So how we are going to solve this problem? So when we solve this problem, what's the meaning for this in general mean? First, you know that you have to apply the principle of body mass in the case of this one. That means division must be done in the case of this problem. But when we are solving or when we are doing the division at the very beginning, what's the meaning 3 divided by 1 over 3 mean? Sometimes many people will just correctly differently. Will understand differently. Means that now when you say 3 divided by 1 over 3, someone or somebody or some of the guys may understand this is just as 3 divided by 1 divided by 3. May understand this way. And this is going to be 3 divided by 1 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1. This is a correct mistake. That now this is this is common mistakes. Is that? This is gonna be common mistakes. This is a common mistake. Is that? Common mistake. So now 3 divided by 1 over 3 is not like this one. If you do this way, you go to 1, but it is common mistake that you done. So this will be not correct. But how are you going to understand this problem? That's my point. Therefore, whenever you do this one, 3 divided by 1 over 3 mean what? This is exactly equal to 3 divided by 1 over 3. And this is also going to be 3 divided by, I mean not, this is exactly 3 times 3 over 1. And this is going to be 9. This is the correct one. Is that? This is correct. This is the correct way, or this is the correct method of finding this case. So, whenever we are doing this problem, this implies that 9 minus, this is exactly 3 times 3 over 1 plus 1. And this is exactly 9 minus 9 plus 1 will be the way. So, how we are going through this problem? Now here, based on the order of operation, which method is going to be, which is going to be done first? So you have to look. You have to go from left to right again. So 9 minus 9 is going to be what? This is exactly 0. 0 plus 1 is going to be what? 1. So this is the way how to simplify this problem. So in the case of this problem, you have to be very technical. Here, unless you know the order of operations, you may miss the correct solution of the given problem. So you have to apply this way. So this means you have to first do this division. When you are solving the division case, you have to be very careful that most of the people will make or will miss mistake of the case. So this is the common mistake that many people will do, but this is incorrect. So you have to apply the second technique. 3 divided by 1 over 3 means this is exactly 3 times 3 over 1, which is 9. So that's the way to do this problem. So now let's come to the other way that many people will going to make a mistake. Look this one. Now the other point is going to be 9 divided by 3 into 1 plus 2. How we are going to do this problem? As you know, for example, this can be done this way. 9 divided by this. 9 divided by 3 will be what? 3 into 1 plus 2. And this is going to be 3 into 3 is going to be 9. See, now you may just done this way. This is what many of the people has done. This is common mistake. This is a common mistake means that many of the people will do this way. But this is automatically wrong. How it is going to be solved? Let me show you. 9 divided by 1 plus 2. Is that? So with the help of body mass or PEMDAS, you can do this way. 9 divided by, first you have, sorry. You have to do this way. 9 divided by 3 into 1 plus 2 mean, first you have to apply the law of body mass. Body mass mean, first of all, you have to do something in bracket. So 9 divided by 3 into 3. And then you have to apply of or order. That means you know what body mass mean. Body mass. So now first you have to do of or that is the of mean exponent, or it's maybe index, or it's maybe what order. So you have to do first of all this one. Is that? So 9 divided by 3 times 3 is going to be what? 9. So this is exactly 1. So this is the correct way. Is that? This is correct. This is the correct way, or this is the correct method to solve this problem. So now it is going to be correct. So the simplification for this problem is going to be 1. You have to do how we are going to solve any mathematical problem, especially that's given differently. That unless you are very systematic, unless you are very wise, it is very difficult now to solve such a problem. That you have to know the order of operation in order to find the solution of such kind of problem in general mean. This is very important principles. So you have to know. Based on this one, you can do many problems. Now let's come to the last question that I'm going to show today. That this is the last question is this one. First, let me write this way. A mean what? X squared, which is going to be 27 divided by 1 into 3. Let me show you how many of the people will going to do a wrong way. That look, let me show you how we are going to solve, or how we are going to simplify this problem in general. Whenever we are simplifying this case, now the technique that you have to use to solve this problem is going to be like this one. This means that x squared will be 27 divided by 1 will be 27. 27 into 3. Then x squared is going to be 81. X is going to be plus or minus square root of 81. X is plus or minus 9. But this we call this is a common mistake which is wrong. Is that? Now this is going to be wrong. How we are going to solve this one? So if it is wrong, what kind of technique or method will be used to solve this problem? What's the value of x? So look, when you solve the value of x based on this principle, you got the value for x is plus or minus 9. Is this correct? That's the way. Is this correct? The value of x is going to be this one. Either plus or minus, plus 9 or minus 9. Let me show you. I think this is incorrect. Is that? This is incorrect or wrong, or this is common. Now we call this is common mistake. This is a common mistake. So when you are correcting this problem, this is gonna be x squared, which is equal to 27 divided by 1 into 3. First of all, what you're going to do, you have to do always you have to apply the order of operations. That is body mass. So this is off, is that? So it is going to be 27 divided by, what's the result for this? 9. This is going to be 27. I mean, 1 times 3 is going to be 3. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. X squared will be this one. So this implies that x will be plus or minus 3. So this implies that x is either 3 or x is negative 3. So this is correct method or correct way. So generally, whenever you are solving such kind of problem, you have to apply the order of operations. That means body mass or order of operation is really important to solve any such kind of problems, or to simplify any such kind of simplification or mathematical expression. So this is all about our today's lesson. Probably if you have any questions, doubt regarding to this one, or if you want to have some questions that is going to be solved, you can just write under the comment box. Thank you for today. Bye bye. See you.